But I hang my hat on the smallest things that have a lasting impact. I was speaking to a teacher yesterday, actually, in Uganda, and he has 100 kids in a classroom, a quote unquote classroom that he built with his own hands, and he has chairs and tables and a piece of chalk, and that's it. And he says, "How do I do this inquiry thing, Trevor? Like, please let me know because yeah, I'd love to do that with in my context." And the question turned to how the smallest interactions with students have a lasting impact. You know, how do we teach with tenderness? How do we teach tenderly? And again, that sounds cliche and trite, but it's so important. You know, a glance at a student, a welcome, a warm welcome in the learning, letting them know that we see them, letting them know that they belong, that school is theirs. You know, those are the things I want education to shift towards. And I'm not going to wait for systems to change. I'm not going to wait for, you know, standardized tests to, you know, be the way of the dodo. You know, I'm going to do the best in the time I have with students. And if it's as small as some of those teaching tenderly things I just referenced, those have lasting impacts on our students. Talking about competencies, even just talking about competencies and skills has an impact on students understanding themselves better as learners, just even talking about them. So the smallest shifts that we can make, the smallest revisions in our practice, I think we can adopt, have tremendous impact on changing the landscape of education. So I try not to worry about where we're going to be in 10 years. I really focus on the implementational. I think being a practicing teacher is at the heart of my practice, of course, and I think that shapes a lot of the sharing of which is in my written work and my consulting work. So I suppose it's a bit of a cop out of an answer, Becky, but focusing on the small things will be the change I hope teachers adopt in terms of changing education.